once again, someone you know. There's an epic battle going down that is strong than epic before.
I would like to welcome you to Sound Volume Productions. We're at the event hub for the hip hop movement. Right? Check this out.
Hey guys, I see you having a good time. Are you guys looking forward to the battles?
Fuck Metamore.
Which one are you mostly looking forward to, King Killer? I think I already know.
I'm looking, besides the obvious, I'm looking forward to Razor H and Cash. I think that battle's gonna be fire. The cats are pulling up dope. So it shows seriousness.
Can you please tell us who's your money on?
My money on Razor H. I can't say because I own the league, but my money on Razor H. We'll see what will happen.
Oh yeah?
Judge it fairly. But you know what I'm saying? They did a door and Metamore.
There is the opinion of the OG. What's up, OG?
Oh man, what's up, man?
All good, man.
Not too much, nothing much.
Who are you looking forward to? Which battle are you looking forward to?
The 40 count got the best.
My boy did the door, man. I am home.
Is all your money on him?
All my money goes to the door. I came in the band. I know the
Real OG talk. Yeah. Putting your money where your mouth is and stuff. Yeah, that's how we do. That's how we do. Thank you, G. How you doing, my man? Good. And you? Which battle are you looking forward to tonight?
Yo, Diamond City Backseat Legacy. You know, we're looking forward to the main event, Danny John versus Metamore. The current champ versus the ex-champion going at it in the main event. It's a battle that we're looking for tonight, man. Check this out, it's going to be history in the making. MC Cole, Mr. Positive Energy signing out.
That's what's up. No, please tell us who's your money on. Danny the Don versus Metamore.
Yo.
Who's your money on?
Battle the call right now, man. You know, both niggas are hyped about it, you know what I'm saying? Metamore got the pen, you know, he got the delivery. Daddy Dawn has the energy, you know, he's got the longevity, and he's got the hunger for it. So it's going to be a very interesting battle to call right here, man.
I'm going to let you slide on this one. You're not telling me who's your money on.
I don't know, dog. I don't know.
Let's talk to complex content.
Man. I got my money on Metamore. I love my nigga Daddy the Dawn, but fuck it, man. Daddy,
Truth be told.
That nigga can game. That nigga can game and some other shit, dog. One time.
So did you put some money on him?
I got my money on Metamore. I got my money on Case. Where's that nigga? I got my money on Case. The OG himself. You know his name. The OG.
Oh yeah.
I got 50 bucks. 50 bucks. I told him Metamore's gonna kill Daddy. I don't know what they say, but yeah, man, that's what it is.
There's complex content coming to you live, ladies and gentlemen, from Sound Volume Pro. Cheers, man.
Thank you, Doc. It's off. So 2012, we had a tournament, the first tournament, and of course I won it. All right. So I was the first champ of Diamond City Battle League. The second champ is not here, which is Poison Pen. He was the second champ, and then the third champ was Metamore. Now the issue with Metamore on my left hand side is that he held the crown for 3 long years. Undefeated, kicking niggas' ass. They had to go look for cats in Bloemfontein and other places to try and give him a tough competition. And then what happened? Undefeated. Until he said, King, I don't want to be champ anymore. There's no one on my level. I tell you, that's what it happened. So this here was history in the making. Yo, listen up, I don't want to use the mic. So this here was history in the making because Daddy Dawn became the first guy in the province to be DCPL and all guns blazing champion. So with after that title, obviously, we want to know if you're good enough. And the bar was always set on the height of more. The testing ground was always set there. So we said, can the current champ beat the previous champ? If this guy wins, it means that the old school still rules. If this guy wins, it means that the new school is doper than the old school. You feel me? Shit. New champ versus old champ. Who's better? Has this guy grown, or is this guy just on another level?
He's not on another level. No question.
We're gonna find out today.
No question.
So, after that, now you know what's going on. That's on my left-hand side. Please introduce yourself.
Wait. Hey, yo. You already know who it is, man. Metamore is the boss over everything.
Yes, sir.
And the movement boss is something that this little nigga gonna have to deal with.
I am a dog, ready to sign up. Sign up. Some volume representative. Shout out to Lifestyle for the endorsing me with the gear. Shout out for Boogie G, the OG, and Rugged Camp for all the support, all the people that have been part of us. The niggas who are supporting us for the come up tour, these are the ones who sponsor us on the sound. Everything is 100% Keystone material and everything. Shout out to people who came from Joburg, Lime Acres. My ladies over here came from Lime Acres, Cape Town and shit. That's what's up. That's what's up. Champ, you decide who goes first.
I'm Metamore.
Metamore is going first.
Let's give it ladies first.
Hey yo, can we? Because you know, so much money involved, legacy involved, judges need to listen, cameras need to capture the sound. Can we just respect? Don't get out of the mat. The cameraman said you mustn't pass the mat. Round one, oh my nigga Metamore. Whenever you're ready, that's time.
Hey yo, brought this non-believing broad to challenge the broadness of my thoughts. And tonight, you're gonna learn how hard it sounds to try to remove the G from God. Don, let's talk. Don DeMarco. So you AGB's new champ. I mean, what is there to say? Word is, you were putting on quite the display. Ain't it funny? As soon as sunset, then overnight, they got you feeling like you the dawn of a new day. See, I had to say that shit slow, so y'all can know what you're reacting to. That's an emotional difference. His spit bars, you react for mine, you reacting to. But you still got you gassed up, and that award is the cause of it. Now I gotta teach you the difference between moving up the world and being on top of it.
Already?
I'm saying they got you gassed up, and that award is the cause of it. Now I gotta teach you the difference between moving up the world and being on top of it. And you know the funniest shit? When I had that AGB title ship, I didn't even know it was mine. Up until I was supposed to battle Resilient, but he didn't show up at the time. And that was fine, because even he didn't want to be the last thought to cross my mind. Hey yo, man, and y'all heard Killer say fuck Metamore with that bitch ass tone?
Shit, I had already known between me and him there was going to be a struggle for the throne. But hold on, but that's not because DCBL was in my home. It's because Keela invited me to a league when I was already in a league of my own.
The point where don't shit matter to me. Shit, my God.
Hey, hold it down.
But see, it took Jesus to be crucified for them to realize in this matter they all forgot. So for me to be condemned. I'm saying it took Jesus to be crucified for them to realize in this matter they all forgot. So for me to be condemned and come back, I'm not Christ, but I'm here to remind them about the matter they all forgot.
Yeah.
Get a sip of that cognac.
Get that water.
Little nigga, all I'm hearing is I dogged you for years. I called your bluff from the Matrix. You didn't answer because you would vanish as soon as you put that phone to your ears.
Okay.
And you want to talk about my losses, that's fine. Just because my laces were not tight doesn't mean the shoe don't fit. Just because my laces were not tight doesn't mean the shoe don't fit. The crown value is worthless. But even you took a couple of footsteps in my shoes, but you still don't understand the sole purpose. I'm saying you don't understand the sole purpose. That's why with coach, I had to show him how a shadow will always fall behind once you face the sun, and I was done with it. With you, I gotta teach you that once you light this torch you're running with, you gotta deal with the shadows that come with it. I'm saying you gotta deal with the shadows that come with it. Because you're the champ, right? You're supposed to enlighten them. Instead, you're getting blinded by the same light you're supposed to be providing them. And speaking of light, they see something in you. I see right through you. That's what makes you shallow. It means you're transparent. Even if I shine a light on you, it still will leave a shadow.
Hold it down, it's Stevie.
And I know that you're mad that you did not get the verdict. But this hearing isn't over. I'm the law around here, serving this sentence to give you and your fans closure. Because the champ is like an escaping convict. Once you run out of bars, you're always going to be looking over your shoulder.
Yeah. Tom, give it up for Metamore!
Well, this is 2019, old man. Let me show you how we get down. Finally! Someone borrowed the balls of an Anunnaki god to come and challenge me. For 3 years, this fool been calling me out. Just to drop the line as soon as I respond like a prank call. Desperate to spend time with Daddy. Desperate to spend time with Daddy. But I kept getting the paternity test wrong. Hugh Jackman is desperately clawing his way back to the top against the nigga with the gun so big, the kickback came with a crazy step like Zac Efron. So let's stop, Pops. You see, your legacy is cemented in these streets. And that much I can agree.
Yes.
But when I became champ, your foundation was still wet. So when I walked on your legacy, I left my footprints in the concrete. What more I gotta do? I mean, it's clear that I'm the glue that kept this league together. Laid the bricks to the foundation, constructing the pillars which you are now seeking for shelter. I'm the one who sold 444 tickets without the proof, nigga. I'm the nigga who shoved the truth down the verdict's throat when he misrepresented rappers in this city trying to profit from his 2 cents. I'm that nigga, you know what? I'm done trying to prove myself. I said I'm done trying to prove myself. He said, Mr. Bars over everything versus Don and his disrespect. You really played into my trap. Cause I never give a fuck about your pen. Okay. Y'all about to see everything he wrote go in vain like a jail tab. Let's stick to facts. Your head grew bigger than mega minds when you're supposedly misquoted at the same time.
Hold it down. Let's listen to the past.
Your head grew bigger than mega minds when you supposedly beat coke for the 3rd time. And then you faced the minor crisis on your own turf and got retired to be a veteran in exile. What? And then you faced the minor crisis on your own turf and got retired to be a veteran in exile. 2 years later, he comes back with his pride in his hands, calling out to daddy like the prodigal son.
Money is safe.
2 years later, he comes back with his pride in his hands, calling out to daddy like the prodigal son. But I'm not the forgiving kind. Typical bitch nigga. Had to hide his face from the new generation like the Vuta virus.
Yeah, nigga getting personal, nigga.
Tell him to rap like that. Tell him to rap like that. I should have killed you a long time ago. Ducking me just delayed your destiny, child. Don't react to that shit is light. I should have killed you a long time ago. Ducking me just delayed your destiny, child. But I'm a nice guy. Of course. See, I saw your tears gassing the crowd and I figured, why not give him another chance? Yeah. Because I know they will cheer for this KO like Scandal Republic. Just Super duper king! Damn it. Nigga, I don't care if you fucking look like an Irish elf. Little nigga, your luck is up. See, I won't hesitate to go for the head like Thor. Nah, my contract's set to finish. Finger snap. This is endgame lyrics. Just you.
Hold it down, people. Let's listen to the past, please.
I won't hesitate to go for the head like so. Yes. Nah, my contract set to finish. Finger snap. This is endgame lyrics. Yes. And you are Nebula, getting chopped to pieces on a quest to prove yourself to daddy like Thanos' children. You have never been a stand-up nigga, and I hope you understand now, nigga. You wanna glorify your mistakes by dissing my life, forgetting that your wife wears the pants in your house, nigga? That's why y'all hijack Daniel. Listen, that's why y'all hijack Daniel and throw him in a lion's den. Go after his family and wipe out his entire clan. Cause I know that if you want to bring down an empire, you gotta make sure that his pride feels the torture like Lucius Lyon's fam. I offer deadly writtens like a suicide attempted. You offer fairy tales for Resilient and his body cashes. But still, Resilient thought you were the answer. Resilient thought you were the answer. Even though his last 3 battles are evidence that you were not. And that makes him a puppet to a ventriloquist of arthritis. Listen. That makes him a puppet to a ventriloquist of arthritis. Because there's nothing dope in what this author writing. And I will make it evident in every poem I'm reciting. So whatever this ghost writes won't go right. You're getting smoked at first sight like addicts with thick pipes. Don't react to that. Don't react to that. That shit is right. I said whatever this ghost, don't react to that. Whatever this ghost writes won't go right. You're getting smoked at first sight like addicts with thick pipes. Because I want you to think about it. White sheets covering a dead body is the only way to see a ghost, right? Yeah. Yo, do you know how odd it sounds every time you try to remove the G from God, old man? When you are the same bitch who betrayed your own brother, turned around and bit the hand that feels like a dog, old man. That shit you did to kill her? Nigga, I knew that I don't have to go to the depths of a marine biologist to say I've seen a stronger backbone in the exoskeleton of an amphibian. I said that shit you did to kill her? I knew I didn't have to travel to the depths of a marine biologist to say I've seen a stronger backbone in the exoskeleton of an amphibian. And not help you went to name yourself after creation. Really? Really, nigga? You named yourself after creation.
Animosity.
Round 2, Legacy Volume 1. When you're ready, Metamore, it's time.
So you want us to call you daddy? I mean, at first I thought your sperm fertility might be too low for you not to become a father. I'm saying at first I thought your sperm fertility might be too low for you not to become a father. Then I realized you just became a victim to your own alter ego because eventually it's you began to alter. But see, Don, there's a difference between a split personality and a personality that is torn. I'm saying there's a difference between a split personality and a personality that is torn. And that's why you call yourself daddy. It was an attempt to father that child inside you that wishes it was never born.
Hold it down, hold it down.
Hold it down.
Hey yo, I'm saying it was an attempt to father that child inside you that wishes it was never born. Yeah. It's a coping mechanism.
Okay.
It shows you've been suffering because of withdrawal symptoms from God.
Oh my God.
Now I'm here to show you the difference. I'm saying it shows it shows that you've been suffering from withdrawal symptoms from God. Now I'm here to show you the difference between the fights you've been in and who you fought. First off, killer. Yes, sir. Why would you use a razor to take care of your daddy issues?
Hold it down, that's light, let's go.
I'm saying, why would you use a razor to take care of your daddy issues? It's a psychological matter. You want this resolved and put him in front of a psychological matter. Cause see my nigga, personally, you as a person I don't respect. They say don't judge a book by its cover, but first time we met I judged you off the shelf. I mean, I'm saying the first time we met I judged you off the shelf because you got a false intricacy, trying hard to think outside the box, but you haven't acknowledged the box itself. Hold on. Okay.
Hold it down, yo, please.
I'm saying you haven't acknowledged the box itself, and I hate how that fucking persona projects. A self-proclaimed narcissist who fell in love with everything the mirror reflects, but the only thing you have in common with your mirror image is that you're both made out of glass. You fragile.
Hold it down, please.
You fragile as it gets. And that's why KTN will not have your back. The lack of spinal fluid is pathetic. You claim it's cause blood is thicker than water, but there's something defective in your genetics. I mean, and now you're part of SV. Moving from group to group shows your perception is wrong. You're either trying to find a place to fit in or to stand out, instead of a place where you actually belong.
Hold on.
Hold it down, hold it down, hold it down.
I mean, just because you're pretentious, I should call you Two-Faced. Even now, looking at your own life, you wouldn't know which direction Two-Faced. Oh, hold on. Let me tell you what's in a name. A symbol of a person's characteristic outcome. So how the fuck are they still calling you daddy at home when you're still your father's son? I mean,
Hold it down.
I'm saying, how the fuck are they still calling you daddy at home when you're still your father's son? I mean, killer, as a father, you have to imagine a life for your son so he doesn't have to grow to live an imaginary one. I'm trying to show you something. There's a bigger gap in your life than the one you got during your birth. And we are not two sides. And we are not. I'm saying there's a bigger gap in your life than the one you got during your birth. And we are not two sides of the same coin. They're just using my value to measure your worth. But let me, you had a chance to evaluate, to listen, and see how a true champ responds to pedigree. Now we see why it was a bad idea bringing a dragon to play with monster energy. Yo. And anybody that said I was gonna lose to dude, don't come to me on some matter. Why would you do the kid like that? I am not in the fucking mood. And you shouldn't be in the mood either. I don't even know what you're laughing for, because all that hype in social media, goddamn thinking that they are here to see him settle a score. Up until Metamore drags out a body bag, that's when they realize this is what they actually came here for.
Time! Give it up for Metamore!
Justice.
A dinosaur who belongs in a museum like an archaeological artifact. Because you, being a fossil, is the only way we can make paper from your skeletons like a statue that's on display. Damn it! Now, hey, yo, hold it down. Please. Now let's talk about those shoulders for a minute and the stature that they display. See, Metamore paints himself as a righteous man of strong values. But without the facade, it's easy to relate him with Peter, Judas, and Cain.
Hold it down.
We detected the snake in the staff like Moses. And nobody knew it until it started biting Kinkila. I mean, look at this pussy Metamore. Who would have thought that he had it in him and was able to put a knife in his brother like Cain? Always preaching about loyalty and how he will always ride and die for the king. But when the time came, you the one who denied your own brother worse than the way Peter denied Jesus. The same motherfucker who said, I don't battle for the money and fame, went to WhatsApp and started bitching about how he's tired of not getting paid. See, that's how I knew you were stupid. Because you treated a dollar for pennies. Because to you it made sense. You showed us all. You showed us all that your true motivation has always been money like Judas. But Judas got silver and you got nothing. Listen, Judas got silver and you got nothing. So who are you to talk about legacy when you didn't invest in your future? While he was busy going around in Kimberley asking for advice on his rounds like a visit to men's clinic, while he was going around and asking for advice on his rounds like a visit to men's clinic, I was meditating with Mary. You know, sucking on her golden chalice until my consciousness breached the threshold that allowed me to hack your imperial transmission. See, I predicted your every angle with precise detail, saw the flaws in your design and locked the doors to your neurological pathways like the key maker in the Matrix. Let me state this. What you do is basic, simple arithmetic that if I did it, your fuckboy fans would find it hard to relate with. No, really, because this is how he raps. Pay attention.
Yes.
I'll put my eye on your opinion. Shut up. This is how he raps. I'll put my eye on your opinion. take a close look, cause opinion has 2 eyes in it. I'll teach you the difference in what being different is, cause our differences are no different than our different ends. And then his fuckboy fans in the crowd start yelling, "Oh, you the man!" Fuck out of here, nigga. Oh, shit. Kimberly, is this who you call a vet? Yeah. This nigga who writes riddles in his raps? With no delivery or any form of eloquence? Who repeats everything he says and each time makes lesser sense? Y'all call him the alpha particle in a radioactive chamber. Charging him up with gas. The same gas I had to fight coming from all directions like an environmentalist on a protest. But I want y'all to take a second and imagine a dying battery in a phone. Cause besides him having weak balls, the nucleus in the atoms constructing this lithium consists of nothing but dead cells. Metamore, or should I say Metamore? Metamore used to Metamore way before he ducked me. Nowadays, you're just a shallow carcass with a hollow form. A lost vessel on the edge of Bermuda's Triangle, struggling to penetrate the surface of harsh waters. That's why you was never in good terms with tidal wave. Damn it. No, facts, nigga. Tell him to rap like that. It hurts for him to see me wearing the title he used to wave. Even if you raise a white flag, it's still too late for your surrender. Because I'm like Khaleesi bringing imminent death. Unsullied soldier with Taraki intentions. Bringing the walls down on Cersei Lannister without a paraplegic to give him a hand. Season 8! I knew you were no longer Metamore when you got caught in a crisis with a telepathic bitch and you let this noble thought tear off your ligaments. And then you disrespected all of us when you said this league was nothing without you. Now this is your due diligence. You won't be on speaking terms with cool after I deliver this raw material. You won't be on speaking terms with cool after I deliver this raw material. Al Capone. This is how you save money as a criminal. Yes. I won't let the toxic waste when I baptize your body in nuclear toxic waste. Disintegrate every speck of matter in more and turn its entire anatomy to paste. Reincarnate your melting body when it's half past rigor mortis just to feed you a false doctrine so you look like an ass and you tell Christians you're born again.
Don't disown him, Daddy, that's all.
See, let's talk about gas for a minute. Killer hired judges for this event to make this shit seem fair. But if you take a closer look around you, you'll see that most of these niggas are Metamore's fans. Yes! Facts! Facts! So I'm just the same shit happened to Coop. The same shit happened to Coop. So I'm just a stunt driver with a career that's destined to crash cause they have already sent a panel to beat me.
Hold it down, please. Don't disturb the dog.
Hey, yo, killer.
Yes, sir.
Talk is cheap.
Yes, sir.
But if any of this counts, I'll take it at a discount. And for the right price, I told you that I wouldn't mind to spar with this nigga. I said, I'll take it bar to bar with this nigga. But if memory serves me right, the last time you took it bar to bar, a bitch in number 2 stabbed your wife. And listen, the last time you took it bar to bar, a bitch in number 2 stabbed your wife. And you just stood there looking useless like the ovaries of a dyke. Clenching your tiny wrist at me when you couldn't disarm a bitch in a first fight. Calling killer for backup on some. I refused the fight because the perpetrator had a vagina. No. Calling killer for backup on some. I refused the fight because the perpetrator had a vagina. No, don't lie. Because this is Kimberly. Out here, we don't give a fuck about a gender when you're meeting face to face with a knife, nigga. Yeah, these idle hands are bringing the devil's work to you. Because I got nothing to lose. Yes. See, my own city turned their backs on me. To put this Oompa Loompa in the sky like this. My city turned their backs on me. To put this Oompa Loompa in the sky like it's something to idolize. And that shit got me feeling confused. Ask me why? I don't know. Maybe because when he was champ, he promised y'all change inspired by the Kama Sutra, but for 3 years he got fucked in the same position. This is a verbal holocaust and I'm a cold killer. I'll resurrect the Third Reich like I'm Adolf Hitler. To put Meta and his fans in a burning furnace like Shadrach and Meshach. You said you're schooling me? Fuck a teacher. You said you're schooling me? Fuck a teacher. I've got a ratchet like Alakisha. This Nina is heavy. I had to use both hands to draw on matter like a Chinese calligraphy picture.
Final round of Metamore. When you're ready, say that's time.
Hey yo, let's go. I said grown man boss is something that you gotta deal with. All that fabricated shit about my wife, my life, it ain't gonna equal up to this real shit. Little nigga. At the taxi rank, Don, you a star.
Let me talk.
Hold it down.
I'm saying, little nigga, at the taxi rank, Don, you a star. They love you the way you are, but I love you enough not to leave you the way you are. You don't seem to care because you don't see the despair. But Don, this taxi fare life just ain't fair. I mean, they got you.
Nigga, repeat that shit. Say it again.
I'm saying you don't seem to care because you don't see the despair. But Don, this taxi fare life just ain't fair. I mean, they got you dropping people off at their destination, but you never reach yours. Hold on. I'm saying they got you dropping people off at their destination, but you never reach yours. It's not something you should be proud of. How does it feel to have something live inside you that you can never live out of? But that's the difference between us. I live in what I live out to give you something to live up to and live from. But what exactly do you live for? A career that got you waving hand signs and whistling your way through life?
Talk to this nigga, man. Talk that taxi and shit.
Hold it down.
I'm saying, but what do you live for? I'm saying, but what do you live for? A career that got you waving hand signs and whistling your way through life? But for every small change you let that sliding door slide, still does not cause a small change in your mind? And you know what hurts? You portray this intellectual mindset to reverse, but you can't use it to prepare yourself for the worst. Let me talk this nigga.
Talk to this nigga.
I'm saying you portray this intellectual mindset through reverse, but
hold it down.
I'm saying you portray this intellectual mindset through reverse, but you can't use it to prepare yourself for the worst. I mean, what's going to happen when your father eventually sees the hearse? In terms of taking care of the taxi business, you might be mentioned first. But what good is it walking in a man's shoes if it's prolonging a generational curse?
Are you crazy? Are you fucking kidding me?
Hold it down. Let him go through his round.
Blocking my view.
Hey, yo, bro.
What's up, dog?
When you said I wish y'all can say the same when you reach 25, that was some wild advice. That's why I'm trying to guide your career so you don't have to reach 25 to life.
Hold it down.
I'm saying when Cook said,
Hey, hold it down, please. Let's listen to the past. Please.
I'm saying when Cook said, I wish y'all can say the same when you reach 25. That was some wild advice. That's why I'm trying to guide your career so you don't have to reach 25 to life. But you want to front like you were born with a silver spoon in your mouth, so you don't need to grind for wealth. But even the kid from the Matrix showed Neo that is not the spoon that bends, it's yourself.
Hold it down, please. Hold it down.
Let's get the money.
If you understand the movie.
Get the money.
But you see that, Don? My legacy has already been branded, Don. You still trying to bring something to the table. I'm the fucking legs the table is standing on.
Talk that legend shit.
I'm saying my legacy has already been branded, Don. You still trying to bring something to the table. I'm the fucking legs the table is standing on. Your pen is not futuristic. All you do is rewrite history and state the norm. On top of that, you came here with a clouded judgment. That's not the definition we use to weather the storm.
What the fuck? Where are you going? Don't win this shit.
Hold on.
Let him finish up. Hold on, please. Please.
So to who does this crown really belong? Because ever since me, it's just been a different champ, same crisis. I'm saying, to who does this crown really belong? Because ever since me, it's just been a different champ, same crisis. Now I'm going to take it back to the Genesis to recreate you all in my likeness. But they say you don't want to bring the end game to the God. Well, let he without sin cast the first infinity stone. Because I'm how many you brought.
No, say it again. Say it again.
I'm saying, but they say that you don't want to bring the end game to the God. Well, let he without sin cast the first infinity stone. Because I don't give a fuck how many you brought. See, I hate how Thanos made it cool for these bitch niggas to snap their fingers when they talk.
Talk that gay shit.
You said I compared myself to creation.
Hold it down. Bring it back.
I mean, this nigga. You saying that I compared myself to creation. I mean, need I remind you all that everything in the universe is made out of matter. I gotta
have to remind me.
I'm saying everything in the universe is made out of matter. I got a God complex within, but I'm not standing in for God. I'm standing between you and Him. Talk, nigga. Everything in the universe is made out of matter. I got a God complex within, but I'm not standing in for God. I'm standing between you and Him. Because even after all of these bars, I still want you to live. But for me to acknowledge you with your name, you're gonna need advice only Jesus can give.
Give it up for Metamore!
King. I wasn't expecting you to come with the jumbo shit. You just showed me the depths to your hollow fork. But let's talk that jumbo shit and watch how you get shot when I put my arm out that window like Nipsey Hussle. I saw the third round. Facts. Nigga, your wife has been lying about the cookie like that bitch from Empire.
Hold it down.
She stick your health on sucking random niggas like the original vampires. She stick your life by sucking random niggas like the original vampires. I heard you fuck like an empire. You know, 2 niggas hitting 16 turns while 9 catch their balls like cricket with Black Brothers. You wanna talk dirty? Let's talk dirty. You've been asleep to the truth for a long time. Smell the coffee beans. I'm the nightmare depicting the fall of your Odenheim. Smell the coffee. See, I knew the only way that I could get valuable dirt on this nigga is if I took a stroll on his bitch with a metal detector. I heard that in the darkest of nights, your wife can't keep her legs closed like the doors in Arkham Asylum. And still, she goes home and kisses Metamore on the mouth and has his little dragonfly balls in a palm, manipulating his miserable life like palm psychic speaking tongues. Wait, let me cut the fun.
Okay.
You may not have the biological structure of a porn star, but you're as predictable as they come. See, somewhere in your fragile existence, you think you're the Olympus god Zeus. Because you found a way to fuck everyone in your life. What you're doing for Resilient and Cassius is the same shit you were doing to your wife. See, you secretly play the abusive role of a mentor, but in the streets, you couldn't defend her life.
Repeat that shit!
You told Resilient and Cassius you were the mentor. But in the streets, you ran to Coke and told them you were the personal ghostwriter. You stepped Killer in the back when your rain got liquefied with a solid punch. And then you turned on the league because the crowd didn't gas you up. You let these kids steal bars from you like an unqualified arc welder. But our dad. If I have to balance this equation now, this big K is the only reason your body will have iron present like potassium chloride.
Our dad! Oh no, what
This is the cosmic war, and I'm Michael the Archangel. See, Daddy has been woke in the darkness before the first day of creation. What I am saying is, there was dawn before sun's conception. Let me enlighten you. Let me enlighten you. There was dawn before sun's conception. Let me enlighten you. I can see that you still believe these modern day misconceptions. See, the truth about matter's origin is a big deception. They rallied you off course to indoctrinate your mental. So if matter is the basis of all creation, then Mo represents an ape that never went through evolution cause... This is a cosmic war, and I'm Michael the Archangel. Daddy has been woke in the darkness before the first day of creation. What I am saying is, there was dawn before sun's conception. Let me enlighten you. I can see that you still believe these modern day misconceptions. The truth about matter's origin is a big deception. They rallied you off course to indoctrinate your mental. So if matter is the basis of all creation, then Mo represents an ape that never went through evolution cause his third eye still got a weak reception. But y'all gonna say I'm rubbing overheads, forgetting that my pen is known to lay lines with a deadly energy signature that stretches from Egypt to Stonehenge.
Damn it.
Let's get to talking dirty. Corruption. Let's continue talking dirty. See, before I reveal the treachery orchestrated by your wife, I want you to know that I'm happy to be, I'm fucking happy to be the one to tell you that everyone who knows you has been keeping an affair with Kayla on the low-key like Odin's son.
Hold it down, please. Hold it down.
Making that Kayla, everyone who knows you has been keeping your wife's affair with Kayla on the low-key like Odin's son. So, enlighten me some more. Like, how are you a better father than anyone when you were busy raising a seed that is not yours to call son?
Hey yo, hold it down, please. Please hold it down.
You,
Jesus.
You said, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Hey yo, hold up, hold on. You said that that child means the world to you. Okay. But that motherfucker doesn't look like you. Hold up. Let me finish. Hold up. You said that that child means the world to you. But that motherfucker doesn't look like you. Okay. See, that's the painful reality of a pregnancy when you didn't plan it. Nigga, check my background, nigga. Check my background. I am like a father to most these niggas. Damn. Ask around. Ask around. I'm like a father to a lot of these rappers. Ask around. Ask around. B-Rains, KTN, CI single-handedly raised their career like a single parent. And yes, they call me daddy. Yes, yes. But not because I fathered a single son. Yes. But because I'm known to pop kids, my bitch hasn't carried like a surrogate parent. Facts, nigga. Facts.
Hold it down. Hold it down. Hold it down. Hold it down.
Facts, nigga. Facts. But off topic quickly. Let me just explain some shit. I think y'all have been seeing this controversy and chaos happening on Facebook and shit. Yes. Y'all be wondering who's the king gonna be backing on this battle. And from what we've seen, it's pretty clear that the king has been watering the flowers on Metamore's grave using my sweat. This one is for you.
Hold it down, 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 hold it down.
I respect you. And I appreciate everything you've ever done for me. But why do I get the feeling that the king is trying to pawn the champ? You told me to use my opponent's queen to keep him in check. Just as I said, why do I get the feeling that the king is trying to pawn the champ? You told me to use my opponent's queen to keep him in check. Made me the gatekeeper of your castle, but tonight you're the one who's giving me an L. That shit broke my heart. The propaganda behind it, like everything I said to Killer, is it gonna come back and bite me? Or are there gaps in my theory like Ernest Rutherford, who formulated the theory of definite proportions, which states that the protons, in this case would be Killer, may be distant from the nucleus, and in this case it would be me. But they are still a positive contribution, because the atoms cannot be broken into smaller particles when the protons in the nucleus still move in the same circle.
Hold it down, please. Hold it down. Hold it down, let him finish up.
I wrote 7 books for this battle, so I'm like literally like the number of perfection. As far as pen game goes, dog, I got accolades, bro. I got awards, check that shit, bro. But it's all good. I want to give thanks to everybody who pulled through to see this pussy get beat. Yeah. I represent the new school, Daddy the Don, money first, your mother later. Some volume has been contributing to your pay cuts, nigga. That's why I qualified to say this creature before me is a fake fuck.
Okay, okay, Dad.
You're a fake fuck, and I will never respect you. I never have, and I never will. But the problem is, you never liked me for no reason. But now I see why. You have always been intimidated by me. You have always feared me. That's why you've been chasing my career for years, nigga.
Hold it down, hold it down.
That's why you've been chasing my career for years. But tonight, I'm making sure that you'll go to sleep on an empty stomach like the 47 Ronin.
Give it up for Daddy the Don.
Need to cypher when I'm rapper punchlines. 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 Batini la mupari ngivusa botreva bakhaki bathabe ngibona maphela wena phola phela ngiskula mamela bona ngiyabangena punchline ngiyayithela King Kong pho vele ngiyashisa I'm rapper sheshisa cypher yabiza hota nje giza style sabiza when I'm out rap uyahlekisa papa rap seyifikile abatrapper yobathukile nabonke abathathele Kimberley phansi bonke manje sebathulile proper rap seyifikile abatrapper yobathulile bonke abathathele Kimberley phansi bonke manje sebathulile Papa action and cause attention Bizu changing Mr. King Pingu sheshe spin when I scheme and a hater Puma game proper rap seyifikile abatrapper yobathukile Mrepa kuka panti ngamadolo ngobu king killer sega mbuyile All these cats don't wanna rap now All these cats don't wanna rap now And these small kids wanna trap now Now your hook sounds like a verse now I don't know, oh my god I don't know, oh my god I don't know, oh my gosh Now tell me who's killing rap now Ganda mfunu panda kushisi kanda Anaconda mfunu kulamba Underground njengezamazama Kapela when I'm rapper it's my time Mfunu mrapper kwazi ukuteli punchline I'm a trapper when I funi limelight And most of them can't even rhyme right Proper rap seyifikile Abatrapper yobathukile Proper rap seyifikile Abatrapper yobathukile Ngithi cypher when I'm rapper punchlines Cypher when I'm rapper punchlines Cypher when I'm rapper punchlines Cypher when I'm rapper punchlines
Now that I got the mic, your ears gon' benefit. All this is heaven sent, this verse a testament. I'm a better man with the sentences. Plus it's imperative to display the evidence. That's the sound when you lick a shot. That's the sound when you lick a shot. Wat ek spoeg in die boot, kan die MLL on. Most y'all hide behind mess like I'm zeka. Proper rapper say figile. Abatrapper yobathukile. Ngithi cypher rapper when I punchline. I devour these rappers when it's lunchtime. Coco be my funk boss, I kid the KNLL. Expuchi ek vomit op die hele ding like sha. That's the sound ya chelete. Sha. That's the sound ya chelete. Vele sifigile. Manje bathukile ngoba sibuyile. Ayigap labo bazodwala ngam. Ayigap labo bazodwala ngami. Ngithi cypher rapper when ifigile. Mara why ngathi wena uthukile. Ngithi cypher when I rap ifigile. Mara why ngathi wena uthukile. Sha.
Proper rap seyifikile Abatrapper yobathukile Proper rap seyifikile Abatrapper yobathukile Ngithi cypher when I'm rapper punchlines 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 Proper rap for everybody. Yeah, proper rap for KPY, proper rap from Zanzi. Shout out to the trappers, y'all do your things too. Shout out to my nigga MC Coke. Shout out to Shadow Beat. Shout out to Tricks. King Killer 053. You know how we do, man.
King.
I wasn't expecting you to come with the jumbo shit. You just showed me the depths to your hollow form. But let's talk the jumbo shit and watch how you get shot when I put my arm out that window like Nipsey Hussle.